Hi boys and girls, today we're going to do some operations with decimals and we're going to use some estimation. So let's look at the first one together. So we have 21 and 9. First, I want you to estimate the product of 21 and 9. So when I say product, what operation am I doing? That is correct. We are multiplying. So go ahead and pause the video and I want you to do an estimation of 21, of the product of 21 and 9. Okay, welcome back. So I know that 21 is close to 20 and I know that 9 is close to 10. So 20 times 10 is 200. So I know that the 21 times 9 is close to 200. Let's look at the next one. Oh, wait, before we switch to the next one, let's look at 21 and 9 again. Let me switch pen colors. Can we estimate the quotient of 21 and 9? When I say quotient, what do I mean? What operation? That's right, I'm dividing 21 and 9. Go ahead and pause the video and see if you can give an estimate. Welcome back. I'm going to label this right here as my estimate for my product. All right, so if I want to estimate the quotient of 21 and 9, then I'm thinking 9 times something equals 21. Well, I know that 9 times 2 equals 18, and 9 times 3 equals 27. So 3 is too much, and 2 is closer than 27, but I'm thinking it's going to be a number probably in between 2 and 3. So I'm going to estimate that it is between these numbers. Oh, let me get my pen. So I'm going to estimate that it is between 2 and 3. Okay, so let's go to our next one. These are a lot of fun to estimate, aren't they? Oh, let me erase all this. Okay, so now I have 13 and I also have 5/10. So can you estimate the product of 13 and 5/10? Go ahead and pause the video. All right, welcome back. So if I have 13 and I multiply that times 5/10, I'm thinking if I multiply 13 times 1, that would be 13. But I'm not multiplying a whole. I'm actually multiplying a half. So 5/10 is the same thing as a half. So I know that that's going to be half of what that product of 1 would be. So I know that if I have 12 and I have half of that, it is 6 if I multiply that by half. So I know that 13 is going to be more than that, but it's going to be about 6, but not quite 7. So the estimate is going to be 6. Thinking it's probably going to be about 6.5, which would be 6 5/10. So let's look at now at the quotient of 13 5/10. Change pen colors. (13) divided by 5/10. Well, I know if I have 13 and I divide it by 1, I'm going to have 13. But if I have 13 and I divide that into halves, or let me go ahead and put half. I know that is half. And I can also say that is 13 divided by 5/10, which is the same thing as half. Then I know I'm going to have twice as much. So 13 divided by 5/10 is going to be twice as much as 13, which is 26. So that is our estimate. Now, I have some for you to try on your own. Okay, in these following problems, you're going to either estimate the product or quotient of the following problems and explain your thinking. So you have to look at the problem to see whether it is multiplication or division. And so this one is multiplication. So 4 times 7,500. You can try these on your own and pause the video and then come back. So let's work these out together. I like that you tried them on your own. So one thing I can do is I can kind of estimate here. I can think that 7,500 is close to 1. And so that would be 4. But I know that it's less than 4. So I'm also thinking of 75 cents, that is 3/4. I love to think about money here. So that equals 7,500 or 75 cents, right? So if I do that 4 times, let's just say I do that 2 times. When I think of money here. So if I have 4 quarters here, let me change pen colors. That is $1 or 1 whole, and then 50 cents. So that is $1.50. So that's 2 times, but if I had it 4 times, I would have to double that. So $1.50 doubled would be $3. So this is approximately $3, or actually that's pretty exact there because we were able to solve it. It was a nice kind of even one, wasn't it? But even if I just rounded that up to 1, I would know that it's going to be about 4. So that's going to help my thinking there. All right, let's go to the next one. So the next one is a division. So if I have 4 divided by, and I'm going to say 1 because 6/500ths is close to 1, and that is 4. But I know it's going to be less than that. So if I kind of want to find out what it's in between, I would say 4 divided by, and I'm going to say 50/100ths. Because I can think about quarters again. And so if I have 4 and I divide it by 5/10, so I can even think about, let me get a different, I have 4 holes here. And I'm going to have half of that, which, oh, that pinned color did not show up very well. Let's do this. Oh, that's too much. Sorry about that. Let's see. Let's fix that. So if I have 4 holes here, and I know that 5/10 would be half of that. So that's the same thing as saying 4 divided by a half, right? Let's see how many pieces I would have. Take each one of these and divide it in half. So this would equal 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Would everybody agree? So I know that this estimate here is a low estimate, and this one is kind of a high estimate. So it's going to be in the middle between 4 and 8. So I'm going to estimate about 6. Okay, so that's going to give me a good number there. When I solve that, I know it's going to be kind of close to that. So now I have 2 8/10 times 1 42/100, and I'm going to estimate that. So I know 2 8/10 is close to, get my pen again, I know that is close to 3. And I know 1 42/100 is close to 1. So I'm saying that that estimate, it's going to be about 3, but I'm thinking it's going to be more than that, but not quite 4. Let's look at the next one. Okay, let's look at this last one. We've got one more. So if I have 2 75/100 divided by 1 30/100, I kind of want to think about this as my divisor here, right here. I want to think about that as a whole number. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply each side by 10. Oops, by 10. So instead of 2 75/100, I now have 27 5/10 divided by 13. So now I'm going to kind of estimate. I'm going to think about multiplication. So 13 times what is close to 27. So I think 13 times 2 would be 26. And then 13 times 3 would be 39. Now, 39 would be too much, and 26 isn't quite enough, so I know that it is between 2 and 3. So it's going to be a little bit more than 2, but less than 3. So great job today, boys and girls, using estimation. Estimation is a great tool for us to use when we're working with decimals. It can really help you make sense of it in solving them. Great job today.